Hello everyone, I'm Michael, a member of the Mozilla Hubs team, and today I wanted to make a video to walk you through the first steps of connecting to a Hubs room. This video will cover navigating in the virtual space, troubleshooting your audio, and also making sure that you know all the basic features a Hubs user should know about. I've linked documentation below this video that covers all of the materials and tips that I've referenced. Let's get going. So getting into Hubs begins with entering a room URL into your browser. Hubs is available on many devices with access to a web browser and internet connection, including desktop computers, mobile phones, and VR headsets. No download is required. All you have to do is enter a URL into your browser of choice. For today, we'll use Mozilla's Demo Hub, which is located on hubs.mozilla.com/demo. Now, most folks choose to join on browsers like Firefox, Chrome, and Safari if they're joining on desktop or their mobile phones, as well as Oculus browser if they're joining on a VR headset. If you have any trouble connecting, make sure you close out additional tabs or applications that are not necessary. And you can also try switching browsers or join on a private or incognito mode of the browser that you're on. Great. Now, once you have connected and the scene finishes loading, you'll see a preview of the space that looks like this with options for joining. This is the room's lobby, and you'll be able to hear and see a preview of what's going on in the room. Now, when you're ready to enter, you can either click Join Room or Spectate. Spectate just keeps you as a watcher and listener, so you won't have an avatar that other people will be able to hear. So for today's tutorial, let's click Join Room to actually join as an avatar. As you're moving through the entry process, you'll be able to set your display name, change your avatar, and then configure your audio settings before you get in the space. Make sure that you allow your browser to access your microphone, and then make sure you have that correct microphone input selected before clicking Enter. Now that we're in the space, let's talk about how to move and look around. Now, you will notice in the bottom when you join for the first time, there's a handy tutorial that can walk you through these same tools. So let's click Get Started to follow that. To move around, you'll either use your WASD or your arrow keys to move laterally through the space. Next, to look around, you can either click and drag your mouse or use your Q and E keys to rotate. Great. Now, if you want to move around a little bit quicker, you can right-click and hold to reveal your teleporter. You'll see a green beam projecting in front of you, and then once you release your right-click, you'll teleport through the space. Now, one of the best parts of Hubs is the ability to interact and connect with other users who have joined the same room URL as you. If we look around, we might see other avatars in the space that we can walk up to and chat with, such as this candy corn that I've placed in here. Now, audio in Hubs is spatialized, meaning the closer you are to someone, the better you'll be able to hear each other, and the further away you are, the less you'll be able to hear each other. So to talk with someone, make sure you get up nice and close, and make sure that you've enabled your voice button in the bottom toolbar. If your audio is being picked up, you should see a small green line bouncing in the voice icon. If other folks are having trouble hearing you, or you're having trouble hearing other folks, click the drop down next to the voice icon to reconfigure your audio settings and test to make sure that your speakers are picking up audio from the space. If this doesn't work, you should also check that you have properly allowed your browser to access your microphone and that you have the correct microphone configured in your system settings. Great. Now, to conclude everything, I want to show you some of the fun features you can use to interact with other folks in the space. A quick note that depending on your room moderator or whoever created the link, some of these features might be disabled. The first one I want to show you is the chat, which you can access in the bottom toolbar at the chat button. Once you click this, you'll see a panel on the right side with a history of all the messages that have been sent. You can see here that I've sent a lot of test messages so far, as well as some information about name changes and who's entered and exited the room. To send a message, you can type in the input in the bottom right, and then either click the send button in the middle or hit enter. Now, whoever's connected at the time will be able to see that message. Great. The second feature I want to show you is emojis, which are a great way to spawn in little things to react and celebrate the work of others as you're conversing with them. You can access this by clicking the React button in the bottom toolbar, and then any of the icons that you wish to share. Once you click it, you'll see a little 3D object, which you can toss around in the space. You can also spawn emojis by using your number keys 1 through 7 as shortcuts to spawn those in. Awesome. Now the last feature is how to adjust your display name and avatar. We'll access this by clicking the More button in the bottom right, and then Change Name and Avatar. It should be the third item in the pop-up. You'll get a panel on the right where you can reconfigure your display name. Let's change mine to Michael. And then select a new avatar from the default one that you were given. In the very top of the avatar selection panel, you can type in to search something, but I'm just going to choose this astronaut one for now. If I want to complete the change, I'll hit accept, and I'll see in the bottom that my name has been changed and that my avatar has also been changed. Awesome, so that concludes the basics of getting into a Hubs room, making sure that your audio is all set, navigating, and also some of the fun basic features that you can use. Look for more tutorials about advanced features, room moderation, also linked in the YouTube. Thanks so much.